Hey guys, what's up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review, where today we're taking a look at the brand new Daredevil 3-pack from Marvel Legends, and I'm hyped, man. I've been wanting a new comic red suited Daredevil for the longest time, and here we finally have got him. However, he isn't a 3-pack, as Hasbro recently have been going, right, what do the collectors really want? What figures are the collectors asking for? Let's put them in an expensive 3-pack. So yeah, I've fallen into their trap again. This is going to be a bit of a longer video, so I don't want to hang around at all. I want to take a closer look at these figures, the accessories that they come with, and let's not wait any longer. With that being said, I'll jump into the accessories first of all. So we get this alternate head for Elektra, and I think this looks amazing. I think this is a fantastic head sculpt. Love the way the bandana's coming through the hair here. Love the big hair look. The face looks really nice as well. You can see the kind of makeup around the eyes. Yeah, I think this is a great head sculpt. Probably the one that I'll display with Elektra, so I'm happy to get that there. We also get an alternative head for Bullseye, and once again, I think this is the one I prefer. This head sculpt looks amazing. I don't have an Elektra or Bullseye in the collection. I only really have a couple Daredevil figures as well. So this 3-pack for me was a bit more worth picking up. Definitely new characters added to the collection here. So I'm really happy with the quality so far. There are a couple things though, but this head sculpt is unreal. I really like it. I think this looks outstanding, and it's definitely the one I'm going to display on the figure, so I'll port them over once we take a closer look at the ones that are on the figures at the moment. In terms of accessories, let's get into probably my biggest gripe of this 2-pack. Why are Hasbro cutting the packaging, you know, taking the plastic away, giving us the full-on cardboard treatment? That's fine, but if you're going to do that, you need to figure out a way to protect the weapons, because that's just unacceptable. Why would I want this? Why would anyone want this? If this was a real sword, that's doing nothing. It's going to be totally off balance. As a toy, it's just gutting to see this. Like, quality control to the max. Obviously going to take a hairdryer to this and try and straighten it out, but that is just mad. I was so gutted when I saw this out of the packaging, because it looks a really nice sword, really cool, but it's warped to nothing. I mean, why would they not just give us a wee bit of cardboard protection for this? It was just flung in the box, and of course it's going to end up like this. As a toy manufacturer, surely you know that's going to be the case. And it's the same with Elektra's Sai. Not as bad, of course, but you can still see that that's warped, and it is just really frustrating. I wish that wasn't the case, because it's clear that these are delicate, smaller weapons. Look at that. And they've just flung them in the box and thought, screw it, like, there you go. And it's like, thanks very much, I've paid all this money for this expensive 3-pack, and now the accessories look like crap. Yeah, hopefully I can straighten them out with a bit of heat. But as I said, that was the biggest gripe of this 3-pack. I know that maybe seemed a bit over the top, but it did really annoy me. Here we have things for Daredevil's, what would you call them, batons. They just kind of slot in the top here, I presume. I've not actually done it yet. I have seen folk on Instagram post with these though. So yeah, you can see there that will just port in pretty easily. And you have a really nice baton effect. You can put the other one, of course, on the other side. And I think that's awesome. I do wish we got maybe some sort of bendy material, but this is really nice. I do really like this look. And we get 2 of them. So let's look at the other while we're at it. This one's definitely a bit longer, and I mean, definitely reminiscent of the comics. I'm reading the latest Daredevil line at the moment, which is really good, by the way. I highly recommend. And you see him with the batons like totally extended out with this wavy look to it, and I think this accessory has really done a good job of capturing that. So props to Hasbro there. What I would say though with the batons, I'm more familiar with them being white. I think with them being white, it does well to contrast with the figure as well. I don't know, maybe the red is more common. I'm not huge into Daredevil comics. I love the TV show, I love the film, I love the comic that I'm reading right now, but in terms of like classic issues and stuff, not too familiar, and I can't even think about the one I'm reading right now, what colour they are, but I definitely, my mind's eye Daredevil, he has the white batons, but these do look cool, you know, good sculpt and everything. I actually do have, I wonder if there are different sculpts, they might not fit in, but we can check that out later. Do have other batons from previous figures, just going to try and see if that's not going to roll away and fit it in here. I would put it in this way. Oh, bendy, don't want to damage it. Like the weapons, yeah, that looks good. I do like that. Maybe I do prefer the red. Yeah, it looks good, it looks good, that's what I'll say here. We do get some alternative hands, so these are the ones we get for Daredevil. Got the fisted hand and a hand to hold the batons there. Then we get two for Elektra, so we get two clobbering time hands here, and then the coolest interchangeable hand with this 3-pack. That just looks amazing. Oh, man, the knife is a bit warped, but it looks amazing. That's for Bullseye, of course, and I can't wait to slot that in. I think it looks great, the effect that he's just throwing them. Really cool accessory. I'll put that over there, and then we get a dagger. I hardly even saw that there, blended in. Whoa, it's not warped, fantastic. We get a straight dagger, all black. Like I think that is a cool look. I would have preferred maybe a more kind of sheen to the metal bit, similar to the swords here, just so it doesn't blend in as much and doesn't look more like a toy and does look more like a sword, if you know what I mean. I know it is a toy, but you know, whatever. We get the gun hand, really cool. Or the loser, he could be doing a Fortnite emote here. Yeah, I think that's really cool. And then we get some more basic alternative hands as well. So really done well with the accessories, which I would hope for. I think some of my biggest criticisms with Marvel Legends in the past is that there's not enough accessories. I think this should be like the minimum, an alternative head. So I'm not talking about, you know, over the 3, but per figure. So Daredevil didn't get an alternative head, you got the alternative hands, but some really nice batons with the like interchangeable effects in the middle. I think that's cool. A Matt Murdock head would have been excellent, and they really should have given us a Matt Murdock head. I hate how Marvel Legends keep giving us like the best version of the character, but then won't give us everything. So probably later down the line they're going to give us a Daredevil very similar to this, but with a Matt Murdock head, and collectors are going to want to buy that, and it's just money, money, money. Elektra, of course, we got some interchangeable hands, good range of weapons, just unfortunately they were warped, and an alternative head. So I think that is great. I think that should be the minimum. Some accessories like weapons, interchangeable hands, and an interchangeable head. And of course that's the same with Bullseye. Let's take a closer look at these figures, and first off I want to take a closer look at Elektra. As I said, I don't have an Elektra in the collection at the moment, but this is a great character and I'm really glad to add this one. Going back to the kind of mind's eye look to characters, I'm much more familiar with Elektra in a red costume, and I do kind of wish that was the Elektra I got with this 3-pack, but I'm happy enough with the white costume. I do think as well, because it's like a classic look to Daredevil, classic look to Bullseye, we should have got the red costume with Elektra, but it does look really good and I do really like it. Head sculpt looks really nice here. You can just imagine all that hair that's bundled under the bandana here, but the hair looks really good, bandana looks good, and the face looks excellent. Simple body, it is pinless. I really like it though, like the way the paint's worked around the arms and everything. It looks really nice. We get this kind of skirt that's pretty loose, but you know, it does look good on the figure here. I think it does seem to be some gappage in the thigh cut there. That's really like catches your eye, but you know, just a minor thing to mention. Kind of same thing going on in the legs as in the arms here, but I think that looks really good. You can see the back here, and the feet are dead simple, just these kind of small feet. I really want to switch the heads over. Let's switch the heads over just now.
3 hours later.
Mate, I'm gonna break this. Like, what the hell, man? This is not good. This is really tricky. The hair's so big, it's awkward to try and get in, and it's not a great fit. I'm gonna keep trying, but this is a nightmare.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Okay, I'm giving up. I feel like I'm absolutely ruining this figure, like trying to push this ball peg into the head. I do not understand why it's not going in. I've tried like angling it and kind of twisting it and stuff. There's just no hope. The way the hair kind of pushes against the body and stuff, this is horrific. If you've got this figure and you've managed to swap the head, how did you do it? Let me know down in the comment section. I can't give up. I'm trying one more time and then I'm moving on. So yeah, I've completely like loosened off the figure, trying to get that head on. I feel like I'm just messing the figure up. It was nowhere near like getting onto the peg. I have no idea like how other folk have managed to swap that around. It's generally like tearing up my fingers and stuff. I'm extremely disappointed. I feel like it must go on. I don't know if I'm gonna have to heat it up or something, but as I said, I don't actually have time just now to mess around with it too much. I want to move on. Really happy with this look to Elektra. As you saw earlier in the video, I was really hyped on this head sculpt, and I'm really bummed that I can't get it on the figure just now. As I said, if you have any tips, let me know down in the comment section below. Let me have a look at Bullseye, and please tell me the other head sculpt's going to go onto this figure, because it looks a lot better. I do like this one. I do just prefer the unmasked one. There's so much more going on the unmasked figure. This does look really good though. I like the wee gap in the tooth and his eyes and everything, the logo up here. But let's switch it over, because that other one just looks insane. And there we go. That looks amazing. I absolutely love that. This is a body mold we've seen before. It isn't pinless, and you can kind of see the like elbow joint is gummy, man. Like, that is not the best quality. I'm a bit worried about that, but we'll just leave it. Yeah, we've seen this body mold before. I quite like this body mold. I do wish it was pinless for Bullseye here, and I think that's a good look to him. It is similar to the looks we've got in the past for a Bullseye figure. Peg hole in the back, holster here going around the waist. We don't even get a gun like to fit in there. Why? I hate when that happens. Like, just give us something to go into the holster. And I'm just going to play around with it a bit as well, see if it will sit a wee bit better. That's not bad there. Yeah, I like this. I like the head sculpt. I like all the lines going around the wrist, up the top here. I like this body mold. I think the holster looks good. I do wish we had something to put in the holster, unless I've missed something. There maybe be, in fact, let me just check the back of the box. No gun. So yeah, I wish we had a weapon to put in the holster. Nothing it is just the same body mold we've seen before, but with the Bullseye costume on it. I think the biggest and best thing about this is this head sculpt here, and of course this alternative hand. So let me slot that in and we can see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks sick. That looks awesome. I'm so happy we get some like interesting accessories from Hasbro. I've definitely gave them some criticism in the past about how weak their accessories look. This isn't one of them. This looks really good, and I hope they keep stepping it up in terms of things like this. So I'm really happy with the Bullseye. Really happy with the Elektra as well. I do just wish the head was a lot easier to swap around. And then we get the main event. The reason I picked this 3-pack up, I'm not gonna lie, I'd had a couple drinks. Hasbro had revealed this 3-pack, and when I saw Daredevil, I just knew I had to get it. I mean, I've been waiting for this Daredevil for so long. The only one I ever had before that, like a comic Daredevil, was this guy here as part of the Spider-Man retro wave, and it is a cool Daredevil figure, but I much prefer this classic look, the full red suit to Daredevil, and I think this looks like a great figure. They have went and used the Renew Your Vows body mold, which a lot of folk loved. I do really like it as well. I think it suits Daredevil a lot better than it does Spider-Man. I mean, it does suit Spider-Man. I just prefer my Spidey a bit more, you know, lean, kind of sleek looking, not as muscular, whereas I think this does suit Daredevil a lot. These two actually look pretty cool next to one another. I think the Amazing Fantasy would look good next to him with the darker colours. And then yeah, the only other Daredevil I have, and video coming soon on the channel because I've definitely not taken a look at this figure yet, is the Ben Affleck movie Daredevil. So there you go, there's a quick comparison between those two. Yeah, this is a pretty rubbish figure, but I love the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, I think it is a decent film. I mean, for the time, it is cheesy, it is over the top, but it is a 2000 superhero film, and I don't think it's too out of place from the likes of the old X-Men films, even the Raimi films. I like the old Ben Affleck Daredevil film, but I love this figure here. Let's take a closer look at the head sculpt. I'm just going to turn the brightness down a wee bit, actually. There we go. Yeah, decent flesh tone. You've got the lips painted there as well. I love the eyes. The eyes really kind of stand out in this head sculpt here. I love the horns. I just think this is a great looking head sculpt. I think they have absolutely nailed this. And it's probably, I mean, it's certainly, I think, the best Daredevil Marvel Legends we've got. We know this Renew Your Vows sculpt. We've gotten it with Spider-Man. We've taken a closer look at it. They've just repainted it and gave us a fantastic Daredevil head sculpt. I do wish that the logo was a bit more apparent. I feel like it does get a bit lost in this figure. I mean, you can't really see it. You can't really see it from far. If it hits the light right, you can see it. I don't know. The way the eyes pop, I feel like the logo should pop as well. I wish it was a bit more noticeable, and I think it is the biggest flaw with this figure, but it's not, you know, it's not enough to put me off this figure at all. We get the belt round here, which I think looks good. We get the holster for the batons, and I have already played around with this a wee bit. It does feel a bit, I don't know, like loose around the bottom anyway. But yeah, if you play around with it, I'm sure it will be fine. I do find it just kind of like dripping down like that, and I want it nice and straight. Let's see if there's really anything else. We've got the toe articulation again. Lots of folk love the toe articulation. I'm not too bothered about it, but it's cool to see. And yeah, I think this is the best Marvel Legends Daredevil. So pleased to get it. It's of course got all that articulation that we know and love at this point, and I can't wait to take some pictures of this figure for my Instagram. But I do not want this video to run over too much longer, so thank you so much for watching this video here, guys. I highly recommend picking this up. If you're like me and you don't have any of these characters, then this is definitely worth your while, especially with this Daredevil. I'm definitely going to have to kind of play around with that Elektra head sculpt because I need to get it on that body. I think it looks great, but I'm having trouble. I think the bullseye is great, love all the accessories. I'm definitely going to have to take a hairdryer to some, but yeah, I'm happy with this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. While you're down there, guys, if you could do me a massive favour, as always, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'll leave the link to my Instagram down in the description below, where I'll definitely be posting some further pictures of this 3-pack up on there. And feel free to hop on over to the channel page as well. Check out any of my other videos over there. It'd mean a lot, and it means a lot that you've checked this video out right here. So thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, I'll catch yous on the flip-flop later. Cheers.